Okay, so here with Elliott. Elliott, fantastic result today, 3-0 win home against second place Knaphill. How's the squad, how's the team, how are you guys feeling?
Over the moon. I think we can openly agree that performances recently haven't been good enough. We've let the supporters down on a lot of those performances, and the boys have worked incredibly hard at training this week to rectify that. Some unbelievable individual performances today. Mihail Marinescu being one of them, Dan Bone up top, Wardy at the back, Ed Scott, 16, year 11, absolutely solid. Philippe, the new keeper, in, brilliant. It's one of those as a collective. I can't fault any single one of them today, but that's the message that we've been sending to them for a while now. It's not just about us giving you the tactics. As a team, you need to go and win together.
So, a lot of talk in the crowd today was a real game of two halves. I think it was a real battle in the first half, but we can't not mention Jim Ward and Dan Bone today. Was there an extra bit of spice in this game for those boys, or is it just business as usual, let's get on with it?
No, Wardy and Bone is a massive one for them. We spoke to the boys in the dressing room very briefly, and then we handed it over to Wardy and Bone. We said, listen to the message from these two. And you know what, it's one of those today where if they were going to do it for anyone, they had to do it for those two. And I think you saw that, the way they celebrated the goals, the way they celebrated Philippe's saves, the way they celebrated blocks on the ball, the shape work. They did it together, and that's what we needed today. So, you know, that's just how we need to keep going forward.
Yeah, and a few new faces in the building. You mentioned the goalkeeper, Philip. I'll leave it at Philip. Had a fantastic debut for us today.
Unbelievable debut. Obviously, credit to the guys. You know, we worked hard to recruit him and to try and find that next level goalkeeper to bring into the building. And you know, he showed his class today, and that's what he's going to give to the club for the rest of the season. Obviously, Valentino had his debut today off the bench as well. Absolutely superb. Again, another lad that has been in contact, and I've looked at footage. And again, you can see what he offers. You know, we're bringing these new fitness levels in for the boys as a squad, and those guys meet the criteria for what we need to go forward. And you know, that's just how we're going to keep making Fleet better. It's not just about going out and getting the next big, most expensive player. It's about bringing the right people into the building that are going to keep kicking the team forward.
Yeah, and I think the fitness thing's interesting. Obviously, there's a lot of players out at the moment. You've got a few injuries. Don't need to go into specifics clearly about each player, but how's Gaz been? First couple of weeks as our head of medical and performance. What's the impact that's having on the boys and the squad?
Absolutely superb. Gaz Lewis has obviously got extremely high calibre behind him. We've just been unfortunate that at Croydon we picked up certain injuries, and look, that comes at this part of the season as well. A lot of my boys have had a lot of minutes, and I think that just comes from weight and strains. Like I said, it's just unfortunate we've had so many at a certain point. But apart from that, you know, Gaz has been absolutely superb with the boys. He's in contact with them every day. They've got their exercises. You know, they did a fantastic fitness session with him in the gym at Everyone Active, our gym partners, the other Thursday. And he'll do the same again this week, you know, and that's just what we're offering now as a club. You know, the boys are going to hit new fitness levels they've never seen before. And that's also what just gives us, again, those 1% going into these fixtures.
Yeah, and then I suppose two final points, really. One, player of the match, and two, just a note from the crowd today, because yet again, over 300 have turned up here, and I'm not sure we've counted every single mascot and child that's running around this club in a Fleet Town shirt. So just speak to those 2 points.
No, the supporters for Fleet have been absolutely unbelievable all season, and I mean that from my heart. You know, they get behind the boys. The atmosphere that we have at the Mustard Seed Stadium now is just unbelievable. It creates that 12th man effect on the opposition that we play against, because you're coming into a cauldron. And you know, to have that level of support coming in at step 5 level is absolutely immense. You know, you've got clubs 2 leagues above us that are struggling to get over 100, and we're averaging a ridiculous number. You know, they add every little element to them. And I said to the boys today, you know, we've let the supporters down recently, and we wanted to go and do that for them, not just the club, but for them. In regards to player of the match today, I think it's very obvious, and all the boys said it, Mihail Marinescu today has just been an absolute another level. He's effort off the ball, his effort on the ball. We've given him a lot of challenges today because, you know, Mihail agree, he's gone a little bit away recently with what we wanted, and we've hit him hard this week in training. But oh my God, that boy hit everything we needed him to this week. He deserved his goal, he's got assists, he's battled 90 minutes, and, you know, that's the talent this lad has, you know, and credit to Knaphill, they even said, you know, where have you picked this boy up from? And that just shows, you know, when you do performances like that, it gets recognised. He's got an exciting future in football if he keeps hitting that, and that's what we've challenged him with now. It's like, right, you've done one performance, I need consistency from you now. Keep hitting those levels and we'll be flying.
Great. Well, look, Elliott, enjoy your rest of the weekend, and thanks for spending time with us.
Cheers, Gene.